What's going on, guys? In today's video we're going to be showing the remaining 10 cards that we got from the Gamecrafter. Last video we showed off the first 10 cards that we got in the unboxing, and so today we're going to show the next 10. As you can see, I've went ahead and put them on end sleeves so that they'll be protected and everything, and I'm just going to give them a quick shuffle and get into the video. So first card is a creature. It is Bombardo. He is actually a remake of another creature that I've already made in the drawing version of the game. He has 10 health. His ability reads Bombs Away. 10 damage is done to the defending creature when Bombardo is defeated. So you're going to be doing some high damage, and you can keep him out there for an okay amount of time. And then he just has Pounce, which is going to do 1 damage. Next card we have is a magic support, Pure Light. This attack does 5 damage. Heal 2 damage from your creature in play for every light creature in your hand. This attack does plus 2 damage if the defending creature is a dark type. So there's a lot going on here. So if you had like a magic and a light type deck, this card would be excellent because, you know, if you have light creatures in your hand, you can heal your creature. Next we have Guardian Sword. It's a light support, and this attack does 6 damage. This attack does plus 3 damage if Royal Sky Guardian is in play. So Royal Sky Guardian is actually a card, I've already made him, but I haven't sent him to the Gamecrafter or anything yet. And basically this is like, it's a card that's going to work well with that creature. So next we have Goblin, which is it's like Goblin Chieftain from the other video. He has 17 health. He is a magic type as well. Dash. This attack does 1 damage and does not activate traps. And traps are a new card that I've only made one of, and you'll actually see it in this video, and I'll explain when we get there. And his other ability is Coin Trick. Draw a card. Goblin cannot use Coin Trick during your next turn, so he can just help you get some cards into your hand. And here we have Sun Spirit. Sun Spirit is actually a card that I submitted to TCG News for Dreamscape. If any of you opened any of those, you might have got him. He has 20 health, and the ability here, Radiant Skin, is basically the same ability that he had in that game as well, which is 1 damage is done to the defending creature when they land an attack on Sun Spirit. So every time they attack Sun Spirit, they're going to take damage. And then Ultraviolet Blast, this attack does 2 damage, and he is a light creature. Next we have Crystal Ball, which is a magic support. Look at the top 3 cards of both your and your opponent's decks. And so this card, you can basically look into the future and see what is going to be happening within the next few turns. Next we have a fire support, which is Flaming Rain. And this card was very debatable for me because it says roll the die 3 times. This attack does the sum of all 3 numbers shown on the die. And because, potentially this card could do 18 damage if you roll a 6 all times, but it could potentially also do 3 damage if you roll 3 ones. So it's really just luck of how much damage it could do. And I didn't know if it was too powerful or not, but I threw it in just because, it's random and you never know. So, this is a returning card, Skull of Prophecy, which is actually a really good one. You look at the top 6 cards of your deck and rearrange them in any order. So basically you're building your hand, getting it how you want it a little bit quicker. Next we have, and the next card is the strongest card that I've made so far, and it is Pyrotic Rock Golem. It is a fire creature, has 28 health, quite a high summoning cost as well. And his attack is Eruption. This attack does 3 damage. This attack does 2 damage during your opponent's next turn. Pyrotic Rock Golem cannot use Eruption during your next turn. So it's going to do damage over time. And it looks like the last card here is actually the only trap that I've made. It is the new card, and it is Labyrinth. It says, have your opponent roll the die at the beginning of their turns. Your opponent must roll a 5 or a 6 in order to attack. Labyrinth is no longer active after a 5 or a 6 is rolled. So basically, it's like your opponent is trapped in a labyrinth and they can't find the way out until they roll a 5 or a 6. And I mean, some people might do this on their first turn, others it might take about 5. So basically, the way that a trap works is anytime a creature lands an attack on your creature, if you have the trap face down, the trap activates upon their attack. So say you had Pyrotic Rock Golem in play, and he was attacking Goblin, and you had a trap face down on the side of your board or whatever. And then Pyrotic Rock Golem uses Eruption. It does your 3 damage to the Goblin, but then Labyrinth activates. So during your opponent's next turns, they cannot attack until they roll a 5 or a 6. But now the 2 damage is still going to be done during your next turn to Goblin. So that's basically how traps work. Sometimes they'll do damage, and they'll just have different statuses and effects to the game. So yeah, those were the other 10 cards that I got from the Gamecrafter. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely leave a like and comment any suggestions that you might have for the game. Right, I think I've done probably about 10 additional cards that I've made on the computer ready to go, but I haven't sent in at this moment, and hopefully I'll get more done soon. But yeah, I just wanted to finish off this video. And yeah, so like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.